What's up, guys? Andrew Adams here, the Bossy Warriors, taking some time off to make a video for you while I also make myself some iced coffee. So anyways, what I was going to do for you in this video is kind of introduce you to a concept that's going to give you a lot more confidence instantly. So for all the people that kind of are always in that position where like, man, I wish I was a little bit more confident, a little bit more socially fluid in various situations, this is going to be your shtick, your thing to check out. It's just a fun little gambit that I sometimes give to people that is a really useful mindset to kind of step into. Now, I'll give you a little bit of a precursor that goes a little bit more in depth. Building confidence often doesn't come down to gambit. Now, this is a little gambit that's in here that is useful, that a lot of people really value once they get. It's called the treadmill mindset. I think you're gonna like it. But the truth is, for you to build confidence, you have to do what we call developing your roll cage. Now, to just kind of tell you what that is there's a cognitive bias that occurs, like where when people have a sense of security, they basically just take more risk. Even if that sense of security is kind of false, they'll take more risk. So an area where this could be true is just imagine if I give you a motorcycle to go hop on and I said, hey, you could take this thing to 160 miles per hour. In fact, it goes like 180. If you want to take it up for a spin and up to that speed, go for it. You're pretty unlikely to do it unless you're very experienced on a motorcycle. Now, if I said, hey, you're 17 years old and here's a car and it's got a roll cage and we got an ambulance down the way, and go ahead. This car goes up to 200 miles per hour. Take it up to 160 if you want. Go to 120 if you want. People are just much more likely to take action when they feel like they got a roll cage around them. Now, the same thing is true when it comes to your dating life or your social fluidity and moments where you're out there trying to connect with other people. If you're in this place where you're going, how could I guarantee success or guarantee that I never crash? It's like, sorry, buddy, that's actually not going to occur. You're going to crash at times. There's going to be little, it's kind of like a, I don't watch NASCAR, but there was a, what is it, like Roads of Thunder or something like that. I used to always watch that movie as a kid, and I remember they always, NASCARs, they kind of bump as they're racing. It's like, that's a little bit of a crash. That's a small little thing that you're going to have to get used to. Same type of things happen in social situations. So you really want to work on your confidence, you should do what we get Bossy Warriors to do, which is develop your roll cage. Get very clear as to what crashes occur. Get them to be diminished in your mind. Make sure that you know how to survive them. Here's some common social crashes that occur. You ever go up and talk to a woman and she gives you this look? Because she's trying to click to your vibe, trying to get ideas to who you are. How well can you adjust to that situation? Say you do get rejected, and it's not even really a rejection. You go up and talk to somebody, and it doesn't go bad, it doesn't go good. This is really how your rejection should look. You shouldn't be out in clubs hitting on chicks in extreme vulgar ways. Who really wants to be following through with the system that you feel like you couldn't do in front of the people that you most value and respect, or like your family members? Don't want to be doing that. So if you're doing something insane that's getting you really insane crashes, like girls throwing drinks in your face, and it's like, where are you hanging out, man? What process are you doing? If you're getting kicked out of places or people looking down on you and saying, if you got people telling you you're a pickup artist, yeah, I wouldn't be going down that road, man. There's easier processes where you could still get the big wins. You could win the race. You could attract a beautiful woman that you absolutely love to be in a relationship with without having to worry about being a douchebag or being somebody that you really don't want to be. You could absolutely have it custom fit to you. So focus, if you really want to go in depth, focus on developing a roll cage if you want to take more action in your life. Get clear on what type of problems you're not tackling, or what type of crashes you're fearful of going through, and figure out a way that you could actually survive those. If you focus on that, you're probably going to take more action than if you're focusing just on simply how to win the race. It doesn't matter if you know how to win the race. Everybody's got techniques and ideas, but they don't run with them because they're simply afraid of crashing. So learn how to survive the crash. You'll go much faster in life. This is very true in social situations. Now, jumping past that, my coffee's almost ready. My water for brewing my coffee's almost ready. So I guess it's time for you and I to transition into the other little gambit trick, which is the treadmill mindset. Now, you're going to like this. What the treadmill mindset is something for you to kind of walk around on a regular basis with. You could even practice it like as I'm walking around in the Vimbasi dojo right now and in the tea room and just kind of hanging out. I could practice this if I really want to. Now the way it goes is a lot of people, I think, just a lot of people, in their 20s or 30s nowadays, grew up playing video games. Now it's going to be even worse for kids that are in their, that are coming up to their 20s in a few years. It's going to be even worse for them. Well, we've all seen those video games, maybe really old video games where, you're driving down a road, like you're driving a race car, and it kind of looks as if you're on the car is on a treadmill. I don't know if you're grasping what I'm saying right now, but it's as if the background that the car is like the background of what the car is kind of racing towards, like the scenery in the background, is just like this stagnant image, and the car actually stays exactly where it's at in the frame, and the only thing that's actually moving in the video game is the road underneath the car. Like really old school games kind of looked like that. It looked like instead of the car driving down a road, it looked as if it was treadmilling a road underneath it. Does that make sense? Now, how this relates to you kind of adopting this as a mindset and a way for you to walk around is treadmill mindset. Stand up in some type of position. Okay, over there. See the fridge? See the fridge right back there? Okay. If I was going to walk to the fridge, this is a mindset I used to use a lot when I was going to go over and talk to people, and I really didn't feel that confident to do it. And I can't even remember how it came to me, but it was just somehow this idea came to me. I think I was like playing some video game or something. But we often are like, I'm over here, I'm hanging out over here, and I want to go talk to these people over here. This could be anything. This could be you stepping up to give a speech. This could be you walking up in front of a class or going up to some beautiful person that you want to go talk to. It could be anything. We often kind of think, I'm in my safe space here. I'm hanging out here, and over there, those are the people that I want to go talk to. So I have to like get up from my space and walk over into their vulnerable space and introduce myself. And it kind of feels like you're bursting into their bubble. You're like, crap, I don't want to disturb them. I don't want to bother them, especially if it's a beautiful woman. Like I don't want to disturb her at all. Like it feels like a vulnerable thing to do, and like you're entering somebody else's space. Well, the treadmill mindset is, I kind of acted like I was the car in the video game, where instead of thinking that I was in my space over here and I was going to have to get up, walk over, and kind of like burst some other person's social bubble, I actually started trying to adopt this idea of, what about, I mean, this isn't true, but what if I could imagine that this is true? That when I start moving and walking, I'm treadmilling the earth kind of underneath me. Now, it sounds kind of like a crazy idea, but if you could adopt this mindset, it's kind of fun to play with. It liberates your mind and makes you feel like you're the ultimate player within, not in a sleazy sense, but just the number one character within your life and within the game of life. So what I would do is, instead of feeling like getting up from my space and walking over and bursting their bubble and talking to them and jumping into their social space, I would picture that I was treadmilling the world underneath me. So instead of, you should do this with me, or once, if you're watching this on a big screen, like do this after the video is over. Pick an object, like back over there, the refrigerator, and walk to it once normal. Just walk into it normal as if you were going over to talk to somebody. I was over there, I'm going over there to talk to them. And then switch it. And then go with this mindset. I'm going to treadmill them underneath me. Just like when you're running on a treadmill and you're actually not moving anywhere and just what's underneath you is moving. Kind of take that mindset on where switch it. Where instead of you picturing that you're walking across the floor to go over to the refrigerator, you are treadmilling the world underneath you to bring the refrigerator to you, okay? Then once you get to it and you turn around, you treadmill. When you're turning it around, you're just pivoting the world around you and you're treadmilling it away. It's this mindset that, if you can kind of understand what I'm saying, it puts you in this position where you feel like you are the center of the universe. Now, it's not a good mindset to carry all the time. You aren't the center of the universe. I'm not the center of the universe. But when you're in a position where you're feeling like you're pretty low on courage, low on strength of knowing who you are and what you're all about, it's pretty useful to do things that are going to make you feel very powerful. So try doing that. Try putting yourself in a position where even if you're walking upstairs, don't view it as you're stepping up the stairs. Visualize it as if you're pushing your foot, you're pushing the world kind of down. It's like you're on a Stairmaster and you're pushing it down beneath you. In fact, actually, now I recall, that might have been how I thought about this. Stairmaster. I used to do a lot of Stairmaster back in the day. So try using that. Walk around today, and instead of acting like you are immersed in this big, vast world and you're walking into other people's lives and you're constantly kind of a victim, visualize it as if you're treadmilling everything around you. So if you want to go over and talk to a woman, it's not that you're walking up and going over and talking to her. You're standing up and you're treadmilling the world underneath you and bringing her into your social circle, your life. And then once you're done talking to them, you're pivoting, turning them away, and you're treadmilling them away from you. Now, people can joke, people can make fun of this, but I think it's a fun thing to mess around with. There's always going to be skeptics, but the people that have the best lives are people that challenge things, try things, and have a good time doing it. So, hope you guys dig that. I'm pouring my coffee now, so I'm going to get to this. Feel free to send me a message. You can send me a message below wherever this is posted, if this is YouTube or whatnot. And you can also just send me a message directly to my email at aa@vimbasiwarrior.com. And head through to the checkout, or head through to the website to check out some of the different offers we have right now. We got this cool offer for Vimbasi evaluations, like the cheapest, easiest offer for people to step into that we've ever had. So you want to get an evaluation on what's going wrong and what's going right, and how to best utilize your strengths and overcome your weaknesses. That's a good thing for you to take advantage. Vimbasi evaluation. That is at vimbasiwarrior.com/evaluation. I'll put a link below. All right. Hope all is well. Talk to you guys soon. Later.